Good evening. It's Sunday. You know what time it is. It's IBB10 time. And I am joined by, normally with a famous four. At the minute, Mr. Wood is late, as always. So we'll just go over his introduction at the moment. But I have got with me Monty and our very own Freddie Mercury. How are we, gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I've had a decent weekend. Right. Do you want to address this elephant in the room then about the diet?
We do, mate. Let's go with that.
Some of you may notice I had a little glow up. Yeah. I thought it was I don't know. I fell off the wagon yesterday. when I fell off the wagon, there he is.
There he is.
There's the people's champ.
Sorry, mate, I'm not doing it for my usual destination.
That's all right. We're just addressing the elephant in the room with Freddie Mercury in my top left here.
What, you looking like Freddie Mercury? Oh no! Oh, Mike, you last night.
Yeah.
Those videos.
Yeah. We're live, by the way, mate.
That's fine. He looked like Rylan. He looked like Rylan, mate. There's one when you your teeth look so white and your beard looks so black. I was like, oh my god, I'm watching this morning.
Right, so
your eyebrows.
The eyebrows got done as well. Look. Right, so this is what happened. Yeah, let's just shut it all down. Fell off the wagon yesterday because
a little bit.
Well, I was at football yesterday. I had a new little role yesterday, and I did have a pre-arranged party with one of my cousins, and it went one last chance to get a Cruiser Campo sponsorship by getting that out, and someone suggested that I was a bit of a silver fox at the party. Right, I thought, yeah, I'll take that, because I've been getting a bit grey in here. I'm 44 next week.
I've got a bit of grey.
I'm 44 next week, mate. Right, so
I'm 40 Friday, mate.
Oh yeah,
40. Yeah, 40 Friday.
Well, happy upcoming birthday, Billy.
Well, most thought I was 40 already, but
tough paper round, lad. Tough paper.
No, mate. When you're as ugly as me, that's what happens.
So anyway, right? Someone suggested that I get a little wash in, like one of these ones, that takes a few of the old greys out. I think you should call it like the old school just for men. That's it.
Just for men, yeah.
Right. So those are like a couple of washes and it all comes out, yeah. I started getting these brushes out, right, with this like nuclear looking paint, and they're putting it on there, and the more they put on there, the darker it's getting. And I'm getting, I'm thinking this, it's all right. It's a wash out in like, I don't know, 1 or 2 washes. And, And look, cut long story short, it's a permanent job. Like, this ain't going away, mate. This ain't going away for at least 8 weeks or until at least I have a buzz cut and shave my beard off. And then I'll look about 12 years old. I'm a bit like Benjamin Button at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like last week, I looked about 48. This week, I'm down to my mid-40s. Next week, if I shave it off, I might be in the 30s. Yes. Whilst also, we'll give you an update on fat injections. All right?
Yeah, that'd be a little bit later on.
Whoa.
So, Dave, this is week 3 now. And bear in mind, at my peak, I was 16, about 16.9. I'm down to 15.5 today.
Wow.
Yeah. But the problem is, mate, I'm just eating soup. That's it. That's all. I went out for a meal last night, and I'm the only one that didn't eat. Put it that way. But yeah. So
wow.
But bar that, I've had a good weekend.
It's been a good weekend. Monty, how's your weekend been, mate? I mean, you must have been watching that amazing League Cup final today.
Absolutely terrible. Potentially the worst weekend I've had all season. We lose Saturday. Earlier today, my under-18s, we drew away at Billingshurst, which basically ends the league title race. And then, obviously, this afternoon, what happened at Wembley. And Yeah, literally not a single result went in my favour this weekend, with the only positive being the Tottenham score.
I know that was good to see.
3-0.
Could be
Great.
getting
That
relegated.
game. That was my favourite game of the weekend. It was great.
And okay, we're not a good weekend for Monty. Bill, how are mate? How's your weekend been, mate?
Good in the sense of yesterday I actually didn't get to a game yesterday. I had all three of my daughters. No, I had all three of my daughters. And my youngest she had a birthday party, so I had to take her to that. Watched my middle one play in the morning for Hastings. I think they won 5-0.
Nice.
Then went to the party. Then had a little bit of family time. It was quite nice. Stressful though, because I was listening to the Seven Notes game on our Hastings United radio with Tom.
Shout out, Tom.
Yeah, big shout out to Tom. Your neighbour, not my neighbour, your neighbour. But I was in your neck of the woods on Friday, like I said, Mike.
You were.
You now I was. I did. I gave you a little call. I said, look, if my registration hits your dial or whatever, yeah, you know, I'm checked in. But yeah, so yesterday, not so great Hastings, but lovely family day. Then today, down to bare bones. We're literally scraping for players at the moment.
Yeah.
New player that I signed this week wasn't registered in time. And he had 2 subs. One of those subs couldn't walk, and managed to pick up a good draw. Tom, I picked up a good draw against second in the table, Saltdean United women, and it's their development squad, but they train 4 times a week. Joe McTiffin does a great job with them. They're in like the Basvic team, effectively. Picked up a good draw, good battle. At times had to ride it, but yeah, we did what we needed to do. The players were decent, and nice to nice to compete. And my ban is over, so I was back in the dugout.
Congratulations,
and I'm not saying,
mate.
so I went back in the dugout, I picked up a point. Not saying that. I'm not saying
it sounds like a decent point, though, mate. It sounds like a good point.
Decent point. Very decent point.
Yeah,
but it's been a season. We'll get past. We'll talk about other things, but just we brushed about women's football before, and it's been a real interesting season because I went into Hastings and back in Hastings, and there's probably a lot of players in the squad, and people thinking I was just going to rip the squad apart, bring in all my players, and what have you, and it's just going to be a money pit. But we stuck with it. We stuck with the girls. We were true to our word from the day we walked in, and it's as Jason Cundy was saying, encouraging signs. We've had some encouraging signs, and we'll keep moving. But it's a good point for us today. And then we've got a big derby next Sunday, Hastings versus Bexhill.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
Good. Right, so first thing I've got to talk about this thing first, and then we'll go on to mine and Mike's day yesterday. But I think, Mike, you got sent this as well, and I said it about before we came on, is on Facebook yesterday, I saw there's a guy that's been going to his club for 9 years. He was the drummer for him. And due to just constant bullying and just grief he's been getting online, next weekend is actually going to be his last game at his club. He's dropped all social media.
What club?
And Mike, can you remember what club it was?
Yeah, hang on. No, I'll find out.
Is it Dorchester?
No.
I believe. But it's the whole thing of a guy that's been going to his club for 9 years. He's got like he said in the statement, he's got disability problems. But is there any need to be bullying?
Right. Let's get to the front. Is he actually been bullied? Like,
well,
I know I sound a little bit bold.
It is Dorchester Town.
No,
Dorchester Town.
Is it more of a case that people have gone, oh, don't like the drum? Like, a lot of people don't like drumming. I fucking love it. Right? I love the drum. I think it makes an atmosphere. I think more clubs should do it. It was a big thing when I first went into Hastings that we brought back out the cupboard, because the drum was banned at Hastings, banned before I turned up. And I think you can't have a drum at Lancing. I don't think you can have a drum at Cova Road, or whatever it's called these days. It's got a new sponsor in it. But is it I don't know, like, what's the context to that? Because it's easy to say
he's been doing it 9 years.
Yeah, but all right, that's fine. But what's the context of why he's saying he's been bullied, right? What is it? Like, is he on match days away fans? Is it his own fans? Is it the club? Like, I just think sometimes if things don't go people's way, and I might be speaking well out of turn here, by the way, but I feel like when things don't go people's way, it's really, really, really easy to kind of find factors to not do things, right? So let's find out. I don't know if you've got that.
Yeah.
Have you got that?
Lee, have a look into that, and we come
Yeah,
back.
it'd be good to know, because if he's actually been bullied, then it's atrocious. But if it's the case that he's not got in his way of something, because by the way, there are so many entitled football fans at non-league for their clubs, because so many are entitled to certain clubs because they feel like they're a level above because they support their non-league club. I'm not saying all of them are like it, but a lot of them feel like they should have a touch point to everything, and anything they suggest or anything they think, if it don't go their way, they're the first to throw their hands up. Just like a lot of the old tea and cake brigade committees out there. If things don't go their way, like, they can walk out the door as well. There's a few clubs that have had that recently, and I think it'd be good to get the context on that, because if it's straight up,
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
So
you're looking debonair tonight, mate.
Well, thank you. It's family day and everything today. I thought, went for a nice little walk along Hove Lagoon, nice little ice cream, that sort of thing, and just a nice chilled day. So yeah, it's a nice day in the sun. But going on to yesterday, Mike, we had our day at Ferrin. I'll let you start because, like he said, he had to bring me down a little bit. If anyone was watching the live, he had to bring me down a notch. But Mike, take it away.
Yeah. So yesterday, I got invited to come on the coaching, lads, and with Isthmian FC. They played away at Ferrin, Step 7, Sussex Combination Football League, Div 2. I was a bit shocked. Well, Lee was shocked, really, because there's no real ground there. It's more of a recreation park with a old stand that is more of like a storage unit now. And, nice old clubhouse just down there, but there was no, like, perimeters and that, So Lee was a bit like, is this it? You know what I mean? So, but I was concerned about the standard and the gulf in standards between what I saw there in Div 1, let's say. I think I counted twice over 7 passes were put together.
Yeah.
It was a lot of hot potato. Ferrin had about 7 or 8 good chances. One lad took a brilliant goal, chipped the keeper from just outside the area.
It was good.
But the keeper didn't, and Lee, you put that online as one of your videos. I know you have done that. But that, whether it's the sun was in his eyes or what, he just didn't even attempt to save it. So that Isthmian had about 6 or 7 glorious chances to take it.
2 open goals.
Yeah. And they come out 2-0 defeat to Ferrin, who were valued for that, who totally deserved it. Good to see some old faces there. Like skipper John Rodey, he's my age. We played in like rep schools and that together, so he's still doing bits. I think he's his boys play as well. Full credit to them. But I don't know. I want to bounce off you boys and say, look, if you've seen many, Bill, you've probably seen Step 7 games. You see all the games. Monty, you've been there as well. Yeah. What do you think the standard is like? Because I was not too impressed with the standard yesterday.
I think there's a couple of teams.
I think Rustington Maybe Hells.
Right, let's talk let's break it down because there's two leagues, right? I'll look at Mid Sussex, obviously the combination Div 2. I think Div 2 is fucking awful, if I'm honest. Like, let's not beat around the bush. It is poor. There's some teams in there that are just making up the numbers, right? Just making up the numbers. There's other teams in there that are half decent. I know Howsham are going to give it a good go.
That's the Upper manager, by the way.
Yeah, well, all the time for Ryan, lovely bloke. I think a lot of the teams, like I say, making up the numbers. I think there's a couple up there. I think like Howsham. I think a couple of the ones that are real Div 1 clubs that are stuck there, that are trying to get back out. They have a little bit of quality about them. But even so, it's when you come up against a top Div 1 side, I think it's hard rather than or even a mid-table one. So a Div 2 or a Mid Sussex Prem top 3 side, I think would find it hard against a mid-table a Div 1 side, and that's not out of disrespect. I just think there is a bit of a gap. I think due to the lack of quality, and this is really, really horrible to say, but I think the lack of quality has dropped at step 4, which means players are moving at step 5. Realistically, step 5 players are playing step 4 now, which means like step 6 players are playing. Do you know what I mean? It's like players are playing a league higher, which then means, and it's not meant to be disrespectful, but the gap between senior football and intermediate is probably getting wider. Now, there's always going to be those teams that can attract players. That can, I agree with that. 100% agree.
Just sent a text in exactly saying that.
No, I agree. I totally agree, and that's why I said about splitting the 2 leagues up. Div 2, but Arch, we all know that Upfield in pre-season weren't looking great. They're doing all right now, and they're on a bit of an unbeaten run, and I truly hope they get out of it. It's going to be tough because I think 3 go down from that league. But I do think the Southern Combination Div 2 is not a very good league. I've seen games and not been very impressed. Mid Sussex, I think Westfield, I think they're doing all right. I think Crowhurst are doing all right, but they got popped 3-0. They got popped 3-0. Yeah, Harry House is a great goalkeeper. Now he's picking the ball out his net at East Grinstead, but I tell you what, he'd be a lot better for it because he needs to be consistently peppered as a young keeper to end up playing where I believe he will play. He's meant to be going to America in the summer, but Harry House will be an Isthmian League goalkeeper. Whether he goes away to America for a bit, comes back, or stays, he will play Isthmian League consistently, not for 5-6 games, consistently. I think Mid Sussex, there are a couple of good sides in that league. There's 3 or 4 good sides.
I like Westfield.
Westfield now put themselves
and what they're doing off the pitch.
Yeah, of course, and they've put themselves in the what I would call the pole position to get that promotion out of that league this year now, and they deserve to. They're a club that I think doing the right things. They've got some fantastic players, whether it's Sam Willett, Lee Carey, Rooney up top. They've got a fantastic team there. Michael Robigwe, who played for me, and a few others. They're doing well, and I think Crowhurst have got a good side, and they were blown away yesterday. And I don't know why. I wasn't at the game, but it'd be interesting if anyone was to comment on here, because we do want more comments. We want people coming to
more involved,
challenging us and shutting me up.
Yeah.
But I just think the quality is not that very good, and it's sad.
And also, mate, what Lee didn't realise yesterday, you have to supply your own linesman.
Oh, mate, insanity! But that's part football. Do you know what I mean?
The joke. Look, nothing against Ferrin for that, because to be fair, Ferrin played well and everything yesterday. But I turned up and I was like, I turned around and I went, "Is this what you brought me to? Part football?" And then I'm joking. He went, "Look, sometimes got to bring you back down to earth. You're hitting these numbers now. You got to be pegged back.
He had to pay his dues, mate. So
What did you do?
I had to take him back to the parks because he was getting
Did
too
ya?
big for himself. Yeah.
He does a little bit, doesn't he? He walks around with that Blazing Squad jacket. He's like, he tries to get, he's now like this, like, you know, posing for pictures with fans of the podcast.
Roll neck on a podcast.
Yeah, roll neck on a Sunday. He went out on a Sunday, roll neck on sunglasses, just so he didn't get spotted. We know what Lee's game is, mate. We're just the pawns in it. We are the side. He is the Brian Harvey, and we are you're probably the geezer who wrote the lyrics recently, right? and me and Monty are the two twins. I'm Terry. You know what I mean? That's what's happening. He is Brian Harvey of E17, and we're just here for the ride.
There is a big difference between the stands. I mean, Monty, have you ever played that standard, Monty?
No, but I've coached against that standard. So my under 18s this pre-season, we played against a team who are in the top half of SCFL Division 2.
Well, name and shame.
I don't know, because I get along quite well with the club, so I don't want to.
Someone look online and tell me.
You won't find it anywhere. But we drew 0-0. My under 18s team, who are currently, I think we're 7th in our 18s league, and we drew 0-0 with a team who are in the top half of SCFL Division 2, and we were probably the better team.
Don't surprise me, mate. I'm telling you, that league is dross.
That just shows a big gap in the level there, and you're going. And I'm looking at those players, and the players that played, some of them really good people, nice people, but I'm just looking at them and going, they're muck. Like they're like, there's no way they could ever make a step up to step 6. Whereas you look at other teams, and I know Balcombe a couple of years ago had a really good team, and some of those players could have made that step up. Whereas the majority of the teams in step 7 in the SCFL Division 2 at the moment just aren't good enough.
Yeah, it's just not like Storrington.
I like Storrington as well. You know, they've had that. You know, it's a club that's sleeping over that. But it's one of the ones that got the right infrastructure and everything like that. But Monty, quickly, Beth just said, quickly comment on that ref performance yesterday.
Where do I start?
Without getting banned.
Where do I start? I mean,
bearing in mind you are also a ref, Montgomery.
Yes, Monty.
The diplomatic way to put this, right? The general consensus is the longer the ref waffles to the captain's pre-game, the worse they're going to be.
Who was the ref today?
He was talking for a good solid 2 minutes to the captains. It was, and their first goal, the linesman said it was handball. The referee said, well, it's hit his hand, but I don't think it was handball.
It's handball. If you hit your hand, it's handball.
Is it your hand?
Yeah.
I mean, he was telling players, we couldn't speak to him. I went, can I ask you a question, please? And he went, no, shut up, go away. Our captain went over to speak to him. And he went, no, go away. I'm not talking to you.
Who was it? Who was the ref?
It was Kevin Robinson.
Oh, he's easy to give up that name quick, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's not from Sussex.
Down.
He's not from Sussex.
No names up.
Oh, he's not. It's not Sussex boy.
He's not Sussex ref. So,
he's a disgrace.
He's come from the Wessex League.
Okay.
And he was about 65. He couldn't keep up with play. He's the most rude referee I've ever seen. The ball was about 5 yards in. He blows to give a goal kick and then goes, oh, sorry, no, it hadn't gone out.
Right, by the way, I just want to say this right now. There's a couple of comments coming in about referees. So I'm gonna stick up for our men in black. All right.
We haven't got a vendetta, William.
No, not at all.
No, I don't think we have, right? But I think I had a referee today. Owen Radley was fantastic. He was
I like
fantastic
Owen.
today.
I
He was
got a
good
lot of
today.
time.
I had him today in the middle. He was great. I don't think he got anything wrong. Even I think one thing was questioned, and he responded with why he did it, which is fine, even if you don't agree. But is this now with a Wessex? It is Wessex, isn't it? Wessex.
Yeah.
What a horrible name that is, Wessex. Right.
Essex.
Okay. With referees coming from there, is this down to the fact that we are very short in Sussex right now?
Yeah,
Have we got a pandemic on our hands?
I think we are. I really do. But why are we short?
I think because the bashing, mate. I'm telling you this for a fact, right?
100%.
I think
right?
social media, which is fantastic for everything it does for us, for everyone, yeah. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. We don't show the strikers one-on-ones that they miss. We don't highlight if one of our own players gets sent off for a disgusting tackle or a punch or a verbal. We don't show that on social media. But there's been this current of people sharing a referee's mistake in a game, trying to make it like Dave cost them the game, right?
Yeah.
Got to stop it. It's not right, because a lot of it could be human error, right? Again, your striker probably had 2, 3, 4 one-on-ones and missed them all, and you're probably paying him 150 quid. So
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Chill out. Yeah. So it's not me saying that Monty's wrong for castrating a ref.
Yeah.
But like, it's gonna get to a point, right, where the referees are terrible, right? Today, I actually quite like him. He's all right. He's a bit of a donut at times, but he's all right. We had Stu McKenzie on the lines. He just ran a half marathon. His legs were all over the gaff, right? Poor fucker can run, but it is what it is. But I just think we just have to rein it in a little bit, because ultimately, I don't know. I just think we'll end up not being able to play games, because
There won't be enough refs.
Games will be postponed
Well,
due to availability of referees.
Yeah.
Well, Bill, the one we had yesterday, Upperbean versus Ferrin, had a 16-year-old lad, right? Ethan Cochran. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he had to wear his band, that says he is, the armband and that. And I thought he had an effing great game.
Good lad.
I really do, right? He may have got one decision wrong, I think. Okay. In that game. But for 16 years old, to control a pitch and have to deal with people saying stuff to him, people not happy with some of the decisions, it takes a lot of that age to do that. And I think he's only a few games away from getting up to his next level. So I thought he had a really good game. It's nice to see young refs coming through, really is. But they are drying up. It's like a river in a desert at the moment.
Yeah.
But who wants to
no
do
one
it?
wants that.
No one wants to do it. You've got either got to have a screw loose or be as boring as Monty. But like,
I've had an interesting opinion coming there.
Go on.
Go on.
Nothing to do with the lack of refs. It's the Sussex FA's lack of managing the refs pool.
Okay.
Well, Lee, I'm thinking with that Lee looks like he's about to serve some milk tray, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? Milk tray man, doesn't he?
Yeah, you remember that guy?
Yeah, he's the milk tray. He's that he's quite smooth.
Yeah.
Isn't he? We picked this guy up. Do you know what I mean? Look what have we made? We've created a monster. But like in black, Lee, why don't you go and me and Mike will pay for your badges or whatever you have to do.
Want me to go and do refereeing course?
Yeah, let's do it for the pod. Like, let's document you becoming the referee. I think it'd be brilliant.
That would be a good banner.
You up for it?
Go on, then.
Let's do it. We're gonna do it. Monty, just let us know what we got to do, and we'll do it.
Mike's face. Mike's face.
I want to know if you're really doing it. Because if you're really going to do it,
Go on, we do it.
We're backing it.
Back me, do it. I'll do it.
yeah, I'll co-sign that one. Yep.
Yeah, I will. As you hear it now, 30 minutes into the pod, you're backing me. I will go and do a referee's course.
The man in black, the milk tray ref. God.
Yeah. So and the same person just commented as well. Said they're all leaving because of the Sussex FA. You know, so something needs to happen there. Whoever controls.
Monty, have they got someone in charge yet of the?
Not currently. We're in between at the moment. We had so each county FA has an RDO, so a referee development officer. Ours just left.
Right.
So we're in the process of appointing a new one. But on the topic of poor management, it's not just that it's poorly managed. The way it works is obviously if you're a level 4, you referee step 5, but you also run the line in step 3 and step 4. So you can have a weekend where you've got all of your step 4 and step 3 Sussex sides at home, and so Sussex will provide all the assistance for that. Thus, not having enough for step 5, so lower levels have to step in for that, and then thus trickling down. I mean, but it's so hard, and obviously with the amount of abuse you get, and verbal and physical abuse, there was a poll put out last season. They asked 1,000 referees. I think 1 in 4 of them said they'd been physically assaulted on the football pitch.
Crazy.
I mean, I've been physically assaulted. I've
nuts.
been assaulted whilst refereeing. I was assaulted. I was 16, and I was physically assaulted whilst refereeing.
Look, I've only pushed them once. All right, I've only
So, I mean, it's the amount of abuse referees get is unbelievable. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And there's no protection because when I got assaulted, like I said, I got assaulted, and the guy got a 3-game ban. That was it.
Yeah.
I was 16. And he's assaulted me.
I'd be fuck's sake.
Mate, Lee, look, sometimes Lee, you just got to take on the chin, right? You are the
mate. I'll take it. Don't worry.
You're not
Okay.
wearing it at the bed, though, are you?
Hey?
You're not wearing it at the bed, are you?
No, mate. No.
Oh, okay.
Not me Bond villain to bed. Don't worry about that. So one thing. So with the rest of the game, you see, one thing I want to go on to now is who do we think is going to win? Go on, Mike's seen something, Kinney. He's smirking.
No, I've just seen that Monty's already on the case to sign you up for a ref's course.
Yeah, cheers, Mont.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was quick, lad. That was quick.
Right, so want to put across now who is going to win out of Infinity, Worthing United, and Godalming.
There was
who has got that league?
My Castle boys have, the Kingdom of Sussex have taken a point off Godalming, right? It's tight, isn't it? It's tight. Is Mo bottling it? Mo, are you bottling it? Mo, you're a friend of the squad. Are you bottling
it? If you're there, mate, comment in.
You bottling it?
Or call the number and put us straight.
Well, what about Worthing United? What's going on there?
So we're
going to win it.
So the top 3, and realistically now, this is the only top 3 that can win it.
Go on. Yeah, of those.
Infinity played 29, 58 points. Worthing United played 29, 55 points.
3 points behind.
Godalming Town played 27, 54 points.
Still, we got them in his hands.
Of course, they've got 2 games in hand. Of course it is.
Get him on! Get him on! Get him on!
Get on!
Mo, dial in.
Mo,
dial in, Mo. Numbers at the bottom.
You know you're a friend of the show. We need you on.
Let me call Mo.
Call him.
Get him on.
Yeah.
We need to know. We need to know what's going on. I'm worried. I don't want us having to, be like too harsh on them. But core.
Yeah.
What's happened? We need to know. And Mo is an honest guy, by the way, and he's a guy that we've all said is the best, the nicest manager in Sussex football, without a doubt.
So Sim picks up. He is picking up.
Is he picking up?
How are you doing?
Yes, Mo.
Good evening,
I'm all right.
Yes,
Good, Mo.
Turn you up. Let's turn you up. Right.
There he
Sorry,
is.
mate.
He's here. Go on, Mo. Come on. What's going on?
Right. So, obviously, as you can imagine, my phone in the past 3 or 4 weeks has been pretty hot with this phrase that you just someone just said, and I get it. Are you bottling it?
I've said it, Mo.
Yeah. So I think we need to understand a couple of things. One, we've played Infinity recently, and they are an excellent side, right? They pulled our pants down. I've got no qualms with that. Right, you know, the better side won. And I'll get to the point I'm reaching to in a second. We played Arundel yesterday, and Joss and his boys were well up for it. Really, really good value for the point. So from the outside, it looks like we've had a really tough week, and we might be throwing it away. But I stand by the fact that there are 8 or 9 teams in this division. No matter who you are, if you're not at it on the day, they will turn you over. But that's my first. And we've rightly dropped points against Infinity and Arundel. We weren't good enough. The second point, which I think is even more important to note from our side, we've had a great start. We've been super consistent for 2 years. But if you look at it, it looks worse than it is, because losing to Mile Oak and Infinity is the first time we've lost Saturday to Saturday in 2 years.
Wow.
So look, and obviously it's come at a really pivotal stage of the season, but we're having our slight dip in form now. But as you guys say, it still remains in our hands. But it's important to give the shout out to the teams in the race, right? We are, in my opinion, and it's maybe I shouldn't say this, but I will. We are no better than the other 6, 7, 8 teams running. I think we're so level. I think we're all. There's nothing in it, and it's gonna take a bit of consistency, a bit of mental fortitude at this time of year to get over the line. And right now, yes, we're having a bit of maybe a little bit of lack of confidence, but I stand by the fact we're not bottling it. It's just that the quality of other teams is knocking on the door, and you have to tip your hat to them, you know, and that's where we are. So
that's class, Mo. That is class,
and that's the sort of reaction I expected from Mo, because Mo is the classiest manager in the Southern Combination. That's for sure.
Yeah, defo.
But Mo, I've got to ask you, okay? Hard hitting here. You're having your dip, and that's fine. I think I mentioned it last week. Everyone has their dip in the season. Yours is coming now. The running doesn't look crazy, but saying that, Saltine have been a little bit better in form. Uckfield have also now picked up form. They're not the Uckfield of 6 months ago, that's for sure. You've got Oakwood at home. Then you've got Walcountians, Lockswood, Jarvis Brook, Worthing United. It on paper, it reads not a bad running, but how do you, and obviously I don't need you to give your secrets away because it's up to you how you go and challenge for this title, but the last 6 games picking up what? I think it's 1 win. Is that right? Am I right? Am I wrong?
You are correct, Selzy.
Yeah. Like that's for me, that's very unlike your side, and conceding goals as well. Very unlike your sides.
Yeah.
How's morale in the camp? How are the boys? You know, we've got the deadline. The deadline's coming on Thursday. Player deadline registration's done. So 7 days will probably have to be put in already, unless people are going to waiver them. Do you feel confident that you're going to get this over the line? Like, is it still game by game? Is there an injury crisis? Like, what is it? What's happened?
Okay, let me answer the bit about the bringing people in, right? So I can. Our policy was all to take this group over the line. So we're in a great position on the border of London, Sussex, Hampshire. We're in a perfect catchment recruitment area.
Yes.
But I'm not going to bring anyone else in, right? I'm committed to this, and we're going to do it with this group, or we're not going to do it with this group.
Love that.
That is on me. and I know lots of teams around us are strengthening. There's nothing in the laws that says you can't, and I respect it, no problem. But I've got 22 in my squad, and I'm going to back them to get us over the line, hopefully. So that's my simple answer to that. We have got suspensions, we have got injuries, but who hasn't? So, you know, it's our squad is strong. But your first point, Billy, is telling. Morale isn't low, but we're questioning everything we're doing again for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah,
Questioning: are we training right? Are we training at the right time? Are we training in the right order? Are we arriving at match day? Like we're questioning everything, and that is an uncomfortable place to be because you're quite used to how you work. So we're trying to stay calm. I'm trying to stay calm. My coaches are trying to stay calm. But I will, and I'm, you know, that's why I wanted to come on. I want it to be known that even if it doesn't happen for us this year, I'm absolutely comfortable that everything we're doing and going to do in the next 5 weeks is the best that we've got. We're going to give it the best we've got, right? I say to my players every week, I've got no qualms with losing. I've got no qualms with mistakes. I think I've said it here before on the pod.
Yeah.
As long as we give it absolutely everything, and I back my players to do that. I do that. My coaches do that. My supporters in the club do that. The committee does that. And I don't know if some of you saw my tweet today. We had 360 people there yesterday.
Unbelievable.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it's great
mate.
support.
We were actually going to mention that later.
I spoke to someone who was there, Mo, and they said, like, the crowd was great, which is unbelievable. So congratulations to the club.
No, thank you guys. Look, I'm relishing being in it. This is what we work for, right? You work to be in it, so you've got a shout at the end of the season. We've got a shout. 6 or 7 other teams have got a shout. Let the games begin. You know, that's
Love that.
So,
Love it.
Mo, you're an absolute legend and a class guy for coming on. You know, we really, really respect that. You speak so well. You speak so honest. You know, you just, that is why you are one of the most respected coaches around in this game, in this region, this whole region, not just Sussex.
Maybe so, and I bet you though tonight a few of my players are listening to it thinking, crikey, be a bit more bullish. But you know, look, we are where we are. It's going to be super exciting, and I know Cousin's probably listening. I think Deck's probably a few.
So he's looking forward to the last game of the season, mate. He's just commented.
Yeah, and there you go. What an occasion that could be, by the way, right? You know, us going to Worthing on the final day. I mean, crikey, that. It's all set up, right? It's all potentially set up, I should say. So we'll give it a go.
Wicked.
Thank you, Mo.
You're a legend.
Thank you, guys. Have a good show.
Cheers, mate.
See you later. See, that right there is what this show's all about.
How good does Mo speak?
Oh, he's such a well presented and well spoken manager, and that is why we say it every week whenever his name is brought up, and a lot of other managers will agree with us. He is one of the nicest guys in non-league football. I've never heard a bad word said about him.
No, and I bet it'd be wonderful actually playing under him as well.
Yeah,
because he is that kind of motivator as well. He is one of life's good people. He really is, you know. But he was very honest. He said about the morale in there, you know. He's a completely open book. He said, you know, it could be tough going at the end of the season. They've got games to play. They've had injuries. They've got suspensions, and that. I still personally, I mean, look, I'm still saying they'll get over the line because it's in their hands. Yeah, it's in their hands. Infinity, they're a team in banging form.
Yeah,
at the moment. They're scoring goals for fun as well. Worthing United have put themselves in contention. We're going to revise these predictions quickly.
I'm going Infinity.
I'm still going Godham in town.
Gentlemen?
Infinity seem to have the most firepower, don't they?
Someone's just sent in that.
For God's sake!
Milk fried bread.
Say
The
it,
milk.
mate.
Monty, who you backing out of the three?
Cheers, Kaza.
I'm going to stick with Mo and say Godalming.
Well, me and Mike are actually going to Infinity on the 8th of April. They're playing at home to Selsey, aren't they? They've invited us down for that, so that'd be good time to see them and see what they're like.
Look, I like what the Worthing United lot are doing, and I think they're sneaking up there as well, right? Infinity do have firepower, they do, but I think if Godalming can win, beat Saltdean and Uckfield back to back, right? They can win those 2 games. I think they'll win the league. I think it'll be like that last comment about having that last game, which is, by the way, Godalming Worthing, big game.
Yeah,
Massive.
What, Worthing United? Like, for me, it's simple. If Godalming win those 2, I think it'd be done by that last game, and then playoffs it'll probably be Infinity. If Infinity win it, I've always said that I'm backing Godalming to win the playoffs, because I think Mo knows Mo knows how to win a one-off game. If Worthing United win it, that playoff could be really, really, mate, behave.
Stu, come on.
They play 400 games more than everyone else, mate. The bet is Marlow don't get in the playoffs and Shoreham go down, and I don't want Shoreham to go down. So I hope I do lose my bet.
But it's whatever happens in that league with those 3 teams. It's going to be an interesting finish to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, Mo, thanks for coming on, mate. It was great to chat with you again. So another league that is hotting up. Haywards Heath, Stenning. And as we seem to hear a lot, Horsham YM throwing their hat in there. It's not over yet. What are we thinking?
Money.
Horsham YM won the league, did you say?
Horsham YM, Stenning and Haywards Heath.
No. You can't say that, mate. They're 9 points behind Stenning.
Giles is watching. He's thrown his hat in.
Love Gilesy to bits, and I think he will manage levels above county football, in my opinion.
Yeah, mine too. I do think it's.
But that Horsham side ain't winning it. I'm like I know there's
I think it's a horse race.
6 games to go, 9 points behind. It's too much. Stenning have got their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. They've got Shoreham, Bexhill United, then they got Haywards Heath, but then they got Eastbourne United, P7, 2 hard games, and Seaford. Yeah, but it's a 9-point swing, Gilesy. It's massive at this point in the season. If you're Arsenal with 6 games to go and you're 9 points clear of Man City, you're winning the league. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
No? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It's going to need the top 2 to lose a few times. And
Haywards Heath, they're running. Look at their running. They've got Vardinians, Lancing, Little Common, Stenning, Seaford, New Haven, and then Eastbourne United. So kind of similar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, similar runs.
2 of those teams could lose 2 games, maybe. You've got to believe.
Always got to believe. Always got to believe.
What Horsham YM need to do in my opinion, is just keep winning games of football. So when they get into the playoffs, they're in form.
Yeah.
Hit the playoffs in form. Don't go into the playoffs off the back of a couple of losses and a draw. Like, have that momentum swing. Remember when Eastbourne Town went up? They were just winning, crept into the playoffs, won, done. Yeah. And I think they could do that. Guernsey.
Game got abandoned, didn't it?
Yeah,
What, yesterday?
Yeah. No, midweek.
Oh, it's midweek, sorry.
Yeah,
There was abandoned away at
Midhurst.
it's interesting. Actually, let's bring that point up because I did talk to Gilesy about this, right? There was for me, for example, there's different rules for different sorts of abandonment, by the way, I've realised. And I didn't know this until looking at it yesterday. If there's a serious injury, right, so say there's a serious injury,
Yeah.
in a certain moment of a game, then it is normally the game is. Oh, wait, actually, let me just get this. I don't want to get this wrong because I actually had this down. Hold on. Sorry, guys, it's dead air. Right, let me find it. Here we go. I've got it here.
Do you know
Right.
who the lad is, by the way?
Right, listen to this. No, I haven't got a clue. I've sounded really unsympathetic there.
we don't know.
Sorry,
not clue.
So look, if it's weather or an unfit pitch, almost always it's a full replay, even if it's late in the game. Yeah. So say hailstones come down or pitch floods or whatever. There's a mole gets onto the pitch while the game's going on and digs a huge crater. Game's abandoned. It will be replayed. If there's a serious injury or an external incident, usually the league will decide case by case. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's misconduct, players, the crowd, if it's one team at fault, the other opponent will be awarded the win.
Right.
If it's both, the game will not be replayed and there'll be no points for either side.
Oh, okay.
So that's their approach. There isn't a universal, because we all live on this myth. It's kind of like what do they call it when we all believe something happened and it didn't happen? Like
Deja vu.
Not deja vu. What do they call it? Someone will say
The Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have this belief. We all have this belief that if a game plays longer than 70 minutes or whatever, that the fixtures result will be
awarded to.
Yeah, it will stand, right? So if your game gets abandoned after 73 minutes or whatever.
But there's not.
No. And it is per league. And it's down to their jurisdiction how they do it. So some combination of it quite open and quite let's just say up for debate for the committee to decide, right? Does that mean that the committee might look favourably upon one club to another? I'm not suggesting that, and I don't want to suggest that, but it's open. So I believe it was showing that game was a 4-1 win to Guernsey. It's now not. It's shown as abandoned. So we'll see the outcome of that. But they were 4-1 up and cruising. Will the league just go have the 3 points?
Yeah.
Other circumstances, mitigating circumstances, the cost to fly Guernsey over to play it again, the cost involved in that. Will they just go, it's 4-1. There was 30 odd, between 20 and 30 minutes left on the clock, which is enough time to get back in a game of football, by the way, right? A lot of time. But will they just
not
go,
unheard of, but it's a big ask.
But it was 2-1 at half time, then Guernsey went into a 4-1 lead. So it pretty shows you where the swing of the game was going, right? However, it's up to the league to decide. Some will say, if it goes one way, that it might be a bit biased. Some will say, if it goes another way, that the league made the right call. We will find out.
We will find out.
Yeah.
And more importantly, as well, let's hope that the lad that was injured,
is makes a recovery.
It's okay. Yeah, obviously.
a good one. So we don't know. So if it is, or if Connor Hall's out there, let us know. Let us know how the lad's doing, and we're all sending our best. But yeah, it's a grey area, a real grey area, that isn't it?
Horrible area.
You can see. One thing I want to mention tonight: some news that broke in the Prem. Actually, does involve someone down here, Monty. And we've had another question: is that your real house in the background?
No, mine's much nicer than this.
Yours is bigger. Is it?
Mine's nicer than this. Yes.
Okay, mate. We just had to downgrade you, but yeah. Jack Mundy, your gaffer, your manager, top lad, big supporter of what I've been involved with SNLF and here as well. Stepping down at the end of the season in a time that looks surprising on paper because you've got the new stadium being built. You know, good things happening in the club. Wonderful chair lady as well. You know, wonderful couple that they are. Monty, how did the news come? Did you know about it?
I didn't. I was as in the dark as anyone else. We were told as a playing squad after the game yesterday, in the huddle after the game on the pitch, and then obviously it was then put in our group chat this morning. But I mean, he's got so much going on in his life. Away from football as well. Well, you know, away from football and working with the club. Obviously, I don't know if you guys have read the announcement, but obviously he's staying at the club. He's going to be in a new role. But I mean, he's been working on something quite big for about 2 months now, and there's going to be two big announcements coming next week that I know he's been working hard to secure. So. I mean, he's a credit to the club, the amount of work, time, money he puts into the club, the amount of effort he does. I mean, I was there. I was at the club. I think it was last Thursday on the way to training, and he was in a meeting when I turned up to the club to pick up equipment. He was in a meeting. I got back. And he was still in that same meeting, and about 3 hours later, because it was such a big meeting and planning stuff for next season, planning stuff for 2-3 years in advance. I mean, the amount of stuff he's doing for the club is just crazy.
Yeah. He's an incredible guy, Jack.
He is. Really
is.
Why now though? Why couldn't it have been announced at the end of the season? Is it unsettling would it unsettle the lads? Like, is it because you got nothing to play for? Like.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Time.
I mean,
you're the goalkeeper.
So he said he wanted to be open and honest. He didn't want he didn't want people going the end of the season and then him turning around and saying, right, lads, I'm not here next year. It gives us all. We all know the score. We all know that there will be someone new in. We know that we've been told that they will be. They'll be watching our last few games, and it's up to us to.
So they've already got someone in then.
That's all I've been told. I literally know.
Got that last comment, Mike.
From Jimmy.
From Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Shout out Jimmy.
No, we won't shout out Jimmy. We will ask Jimmy. Call up Jimmy. give us the gossip. Who is this? And if we got to buckle up, how have we got to buckle up? Because it could be.
Jim, who do you think it is, mate?
Yeah.
Call in, text in, Jimmy. Give us the gossip. You know, this podcast isn't, you know, us going through fixtures and checking out who's going to win the leagues. This podcast is about people, you know, coming up and talking about rumours, you know, shooting the breeze.
And we'll put you on the spot as well if we have to.
Me.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Really?
Well, if
Jimmy.
it
that
is.
is one person you do not want at your club.
Fucking hell.
That would just. Yeah. Yeah. That's no.
Johnny M's. Yeah.
Look. I don't know.
So Johnny M's is called.
I know what he. I know where he was.
Yeah. So is that called? I sold David Rodari to him.
Sorry?
Nice enough guy from a different era, right? Oh, all right, behave, Stu. Stu.
He wasn't until we found out this morning.
Moreover, Stu, I was like, hotline was banging. I was like, right, get my PDF together. We're going in a rock. It's a long journey, but we're going over.
John Yems.
There's my graphs and my ballpoint. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
John Yems.
Pen me in a lot.
He proves
and
poorly.
Pen ready to go. I was going to write my notes. But no, John Yems, right? Without,
but it did come with
a lengthy ban for racism, right?
Yeah.
The rumor was that the certain players of a certain, let's just say, from certain backgrounds were put in one dressing room, and from others weren't. Now it could be. We talked about this the other day about the older nans and people from a different generation not really understanding why certain things are a problem, right? And it could be that effect a little bit. Do you remember like when Joe Kinnear called insomnia?
That was back in the mid-90s.
Yeah, I remember that, right? And look, all I can say is I did know players that were at the club at the time.
Okay.
John and a few other around it said it was a witch hunt to get him out. But yeah, there was level of banter that didn't go banter away, right? Now, again, I'm not going to be a hypocrite here and say that means people can't redeem themselves or better themselves, and I hope John has. Even John's got to be in his 60s now easily, right? I don't know, we have to check.
Yeah.
So but we can still learn, can't we? In the older ages, right? We all can learn.
Let's go.
And hopefully he has. But is that a forward step for Roffey?
Mon, what do you think about what Jimmy said?
He's got got to be careful, mate, because he needs to play in goal.
Well, that no fucking chance. No fucking chance. I couldn't even beat Billingshurst this afternoon.
Right, so let's put it like this then. Who's available that would fit that role? Besides William Wood.
No, I'm not available.
Give it to Monty.
I'm off the market. I'm in my retirement home now. I told who did I tell Loz yesterday. I said I've only got £18 left of a budget after Lancing, so I'm done for.
No, seriously, who is available? Or who? Come on.
Well, the
Gentlemen.
obvious, it's hard, isn't it? Like you've got it's the merry-go-round, isn't it? So after sniffing forever and finally getting the Lancing job, probably got Dean Cox out there, who fucked the Lancing job off. So maybe I don't know, would Roffey want to touch him? It's hard. It's hard to get back in, isn't it? It's hard when you kind of run away from things as well. People think when the going gets tough, do you really want that sort of person taking it on? Now there might have been circumstances at the club that they may have thought that they wanted to get out of, and that's fair. Not after yesterday, Mike.
No one wants that.
Michael, I was about to bring Deffy up as well. Now, look, again, another one who gets an eyebrow, like he does, like when you hear his name. But at the same time, he brings players around with him. He's got a black book, hasn't he?
Ex-Infinity manager, Sean.
Bit far to go, isn't it?
He's about though.
Oh, Billy Wood is about 6,000 to 4. I'm
Naz
2-1. Craig Brewster.
Naz. That's an interesting one, Naz, because look, had he had a role since?
No, mad, isn't it?
And he was at the time he was flying as well, literally, wasn't he?
Again, reputation situation, right? Because I watched Naz's Hayward Heath team, I was really impressed with Naz.
Defensively, very good.
To the point, I was telling, I wasn't at Hastings at the time. I was telling him to go for him. Like,
Right.
Yeah, I was. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it here. I was like, I think Naz would be a good shout. But the problem you've got with Naz is, whether it's been said publicly or not, we have to be honest. There's a lot of rumours of why he lost that Hayward Heath job, right? How do you sack a man top of the league? Like, you know,
there must have been something.
Yeah, of course, but maybe it's just the wrong fit to two people that didn't really like. It's water and wine, like water and oil. Do you know what I mean? Or wine or oil, whatever they call it, water and oil. And maybe it was better to bring Kev in. Kev fits the chairman better. Do you know what I mean? But the fact that Naz hasn't been in a job, I'm sure Naz must have been up for a job. But maybe Naz doesn't want to just take any old job. You know, some managers get itchy and just want whatever's out there. So we're like, right, fuck, that job's available, step 6. That job's available, step 7. Right, I just got to get back in the dugout. I've got to get back in it.
Yeah, I get that.
But I just think sometimes you've got to just, like, you know, hold your nerve a bit. If you believe in yourself and believe in your philosophy and what you're about, you can be out of the dugout for a year or two. I think. I know people say, oh, it's hard to be remembered, right? But you still can keep around football without being in the dugout, can't you? You can still help out at a club.
Yeah, of course you can.
You know, help with a youth team. Like, you can always be around it. Like, it's just arrogance when people don't want to do anything else but manage. Do you know what I mean? Like, that bit of arrogance. If I say, oh, I'm just a manager, well, maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Maybe you need to go and round yourself off a little bit better. Maybe you need to get better personal skills and people skills, or maybe you need to be a better coach. Maybe you know, whatever. You need to try different things. So yeah, and this ain't on Naz, by the way, what I'm saying. I'm just talking about coaches in general. I agree, but there's, like I say, I think there's other ways you can stay around the game. Like, you know, even doing a podcast. Do you know what I mean? This keeps us relevant. Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah,
let's not lie. You know, the amount of messages I've had from people saying they had a preconceived opinion on me before this podcast, it's been great. And, like, you know, it's probably gave my point of view across in football. Well, he's that week now, isn't he? Craig?
You know, that would surprise me, Mo, if Craig went.
He's enjoying that week, isn't he, Craig?
I saw him a few weeks ago at Wick, mate, and he's loving it. He's a good friend of mine as well. Good, mate.
Love Craig.
You know, I've got time for Craig as well.
Yeah, 100%.
But, you know, like, you know, I think relevance is important. I think Giles is right. He can easily be forgotten in this game. But I think you just got to keep your relevance, whatever you do, whether it is public profile, whether it is going into a club and helping out, or being bold. Sometimes being bold. If you're out too long, go in and assist or joint manage somewhere. You know,
just keep yourself involved.
At Loxwood. Do you know what I mean? You haven't done that at Loxwood. Just keep yourself relevant in different ways. There's so many different ways to skin a cat. You know.
Yeah. Very true.
Going back to Jack, great guy. Done so much stuff behind the scenes for the club. You know, he literally wears it on his sleeve. Fantastic guy. By all accounts, still going to be involved with the club in a new role, which is great for him because, you know, he's highly respected there by not just the players, you know, the committee, but also the supporters of the group as well. So, and with the new stadium coming.
Can I just say, like, from a player's perspective, how was the news taken, Monty?
Yeah.
It's surprising, to be fair, because he's someone where we looked at and we go, right, he's going to be here for the next 1,000 years. I mean, he's
be around for ages, mate.
He's Roffy through and through. You cut him open, he bleeds blue, and if it's not for Roffy, it's for Chelsea. I mean, he's at the club so much. When we were meant to play Hayward Heath at home in the cup and it was called off.
Yeah,
he took time off work. He stopped working for the day to go down to the pitch and fork it, put charcoal down, put everything down to try and get the game on. He's at the club. I think apart from the ground staff, he's at the club the most. He does everything for the club. He's so committed to it. It's just unbelievable how he has time for anything else in his life.
Yeah.
What's he like at half times? Is he a shout?
Yeah.
Cool.
Depends. It very much depends on what we've done in the first half. I mean, yesterday he wasn't a happy bunny yesterday. I'll put it like that. He,
Right.
there were a few choice words said in the changing room at half time with how we were playing, and rightfully so. We were dreadful. I mean, but if you've done well, he'll praise you. He'll give you the praise. If you've done terribly, you'll know that you've done terribly. He's very honest, and you know where you stand. If like I said, if you play well, he'll give you all the praise in the world.
Yeah.
If you play poorly, you'll know. You'll know. He'll drop some subtle hints, let's say.
Yeah. So
An interesting text come in though about Naz, and it said that potentially his reputation hasn't helped him get another job.
It's fair enough.
Again?
His reputation hasn't helped.
No, it's sad because, like, from a footballing perspective, it was the team I was most. He was the most. This is going to sound a bit mental, actually, but it was the most. Like his team, the way I'm watching his team play, the most Hastings I've seen a team that's not Hastings United. Which to others will mean nothing, right? But the patience of the build-up, picking the moments, relaxing on the ball, keeping the ball, not playing. It was never basketball with like watching the Hayward thing. They never basketball the team. It was never like, oh, break. Oh, no, we're on the counter. Oh, God, it was never like, shit or bust. It was always patient. Find the moment, break, get a goal, get a corner, ball in the box, goal, right? It was always a little bit. I always watched that Hayward's Heath side and thought, fuck me, they're in control. Like, they're in control. Kev's side are a little bit more, I don't know, the rotations are probably a bit better. They're a bit more catchy on the eye. But I just thought they were unbelievably organised. I was shocked because, things I heard about Naz he's not always been the brains behind every outfit that he's done. But I was really impressed with that Hayward Heath side. Really impressed. And look, again, people can change. Let's hope he does get another chance.
Yeah, no, I mean, and all the best to Jack with his new role at Roffey and everything that comes in the future with the club and everything. Now,
Monty,
one thing
before you go there, Lee, how would that affect your status, Monty?
He's joining me in my new venture in step 82.
I mean, I don't think it'll change. It'll be, I'm just like any other player. I've got to prove myself to whoever the new manager is and stake my claim for my shirt.
It's all right, mate. We've all been bombed.
So, and Monty, whilst we've ribbed you enough, I know, but Lee Baldwin, Wick manager, want to congratulate you on getting your predictions completely wrong as well. So, Charlie, and that, but good luck to Jack Monday.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. So obviously, yesterday I at first was going to be going to Vardinians against Little Common. Then Mike was like, come and do this. We're doing this at Ferry and that sort of thing. So I've done that. Now I've had a back and forth with Vardinians all season. Banter, that sort of thing. Because whenever I go and watch them, they lose.
Yeah,
I am a curse for Vardinians. So I messaged them on the Friday, said, look, can't make the game. I've got to go and do something else. They went, great news, we're going to win tomorrow. So they go and win. I didn't turn up and they won. Now I got a message as well that was quite funny. And they went, I said, great win yesterday, all that sort of. They went, do you know what? We seriously considered awarding you man of the match for not turning up and then winning yesterday.
We have created a monster.
So I was like, it just made me laugh because like, are you serious? They were like, we seriously thought of it. We said it wouldn't be fair on the players. So I said, do you know what? I said, if you stay up at the end of the season, if there's a game that I don't come to, award me man of the match.
I can't
If
believe
that
it's reached this
happens,
point.
if that happens, I'm quitting football.
Yeah, and this show ends. It ends that day.
It ends with Mike with a perfectly brown beard. All right,
Mate, I'm looking at myself right on
it's
this
the
camera.
eyebrows, Mike.
Mate,
It's the eyebrows.
Well dark now, aren't I?
I looked at you last night and you sent me a picture. I was like, it's Freddie Mercury. That first, when you first sent that.
Look at
Thank
those
you for
eyebrows.
Gates of Ferring.
That's the worst dye job, drunken dye job ever.
Mate, when I
Nice.
saw it, it nearly inspired me not to do it.
Yeah.
But no, like, mate, do you know what? It brings up a really interesting point. I'm just sorry, I'm
My
like
dark
thinking
hair?
here. No, not just a dye job. We all lose. I've lost a bit of hair in football. Like, I'm going a little bit light, right?
You're going a bit Bobby Charlton up there.
I am. No, I'm all right down here. I'm all right here. It's here, mate. This bit here in my
The old
hair.
hairline.
Like, yeah, like it's just like it's here. But I've got hair. I'm 40 next Friday. I've done all right, right? But like for me, it brings up a point. Coming to the end of the season.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're coming to the end. We are. Not what are we going to do in May and June, because I'm sure we'll still be around and there'll be loads of news every week to talk and lots of gossip.
Pre-season.
More so, I want to talk about the managerial merry-go-round that I think is going to take place.
What, you got your own view? You got your own view of what's happening?
Yeah.
I want to hear it, Bill.
All right.
Go ahead.
Here we go. And chairman will jump up and go, it's not happening. It's not happening. We're not making a change. He ain't leaving. Rah, rah, rah. They all got to do it.
Go on. What's he got?
I predict.
What have you got for us?
I'm not going to say names because I don't think it's fair, right?
Okay.
I predict.
Just merry-go-round. You're not going to say names.
Not to Roffy's shoe. I'm not going anywhere, son. Right. I'm not going anywhere. I can't manage Monty. How awkward would it be on a Sunday?
Monty, I ain't played all season. Well, talk to Billy.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, we were really good today. The keepers are excellent. And Monty's just sitting there. Collecting his £100 on the bench, number 13. Right. So
I used to play goal. It was £100 a week.
Really?
Yeah, mate. I won a most skillful goalkeeper contest at Steve Bruce Soccer School when I was 12.
Love that. Ryan Giggs Soccer Skills. I used to have that book. Got me nowhere. I think there'll be at least 6 or 7 changes across the Southern Combination Prem. I think there'll be, what's that?
6 or 7.
6, yeah. Not the old Shoreham 6-7, but 6 or 7. I think there'll be, and I think a few of those chairmen at the moment will be denying that. But I think in the bottom half of the table there'll be 4.
Oh, okay.
There's definitely going to be 1 in the top half of the table, but I think there might be 2. Right. I think there would be in the Southern Combination. I think to Division 1. I think you could be looking at 8, 9 clubs changing managers, and people just giving it up.
That's a lot.
I think
That's
so.
a lot.
I know. I think so. Just looking at it,
that's nearly 50% of the league.
Yep, I know. I know it's a bold shout, right? But that's the way I feel about it. I think there'd be a few shock ones. I think there'd be a few ones just coming up because of opportunities to bring certain people in the door. I think there'll be certain managers that will become available in the summer, maybe from higher leagues that then could drop into county football. I think there'll be a lot of change. I just got a feeling this is going to be a really. I'm going to say all this now, and it's probably no one's going to change, and it's going to be the chilled out summer that we all don't want because our podcast thrives off it, right? But I think it's going to be a real change around. I think there's going to be a lot of jobs up for grabs. I think there's loads of managers out of work. We sit here and we're scratching our arse for Roffy, but let's be honest, there's loads. You know, if you go to Sussex, Brian Light, the ex-Bexhill manager, still not in the saddle anywhere. You know, you've probably got a fair few others as well. You know, Defy's still probably looking around.
Defy's always looking around.
Always looking around, right?
I want to see a character like him back in the game.
You need those, like, I know people get like a bit knocked on the head a bit about for certain ways, but you need different approaches to it. Right? Like you can skin a cat so many different ways, I think. And I've never tried, but if I gave it a go, I'll probably try it 6 or 7 times and get it wrong every single time. But I think there'd be a lot of jobs up for grabs. I think it's going to be, and I love to hear people's thoughts. There's chairman.
Well, I've got a thought for you then. You love to hear it.
Go on.
I've got a text for you, an on-the-spot text.
For me?
For you.
Go on.
Oh.
Do you think Dave Altendorf will be there next season?
Hastings. Yeah, unless we get relegated. I think
the person scared me to do that. Yeah, I did do it.
Right. I think it's very hard for me to comment about Hastings, right? Because
how'd you go on yesterday?
We lost yesterday, sadly. We lost, and it's put us back in it a little bit. But we can't panic as a club. We've got to make sure we're diligent in what we do. Whatever that is, we have to be diligent in everything we do. I think the club's been very, I don't know, maybe in the past, if you look at it, last season, Danny Bloor probably left it a little long. Then didn't get a manager for 10 games. Got the next manager in from so far away, but great pedigree. Danny Sell, a licensed coach. You know, was West Ham, other clubs, big clubs. Was Ebbs Fleet manager, but just wasn't the right fit. Got rid of him. Dean White had to step in the dugout for the last few games, but it was already done by that point. So the club's got to be really diligent in its approach, right? Got it wrong at the start of the season. The club did. And that's no disrespect to Lee Carey, who's actually a really fucking good guy, like a really good guy. It's just hard. It's hard managing Hastings. Like, it really is. It's not an easy gig for anyone. Because we're going through transition with the ground. We're going, like, Hastings as a borough doesn't have one full-size 3G pitch in the borough of Hastings. Over 100,000 people, not one 3G pitch.
That's ridiculous.
That's bad.
It's embarrassing. The council were embarrassing. And I found out yesterday, listen to this. We got our ground stopped, right? Because they wanted to protect the Toll Kiln space.
Hang on a minute. What? Your new planning permissions?
No, the previous, right? When we were going to move to the brand new stadium at Toll Kiln, yeah? Which we got planning approved, all that, but they wouldn't lease us a bit of land because council wanted to keep it as green space. Someone told me yesterday they are putting houses on there now. What? I'm going to message Darren Burney and tell him, because I am fuming, right? Hastings as that town could have had 2 3G pitches, a brand new football stadium, fitness first gym, a bloody hotel, all these things, yeah? It would have been this year. We'd have moved into it, right? They're now on that site, which they blocked us from going on, are now going to sell bits of it off for housing. It's a fucking embarrassment. Yeah, absolute embarrassment. But, hey, it didn't work. Didn't happen. I'm not in my nice new stadium, making millions a year. Instead, I'm back in the music industry with my begging bowl.
Smashing it, by the way, aren't you? Smashing it.
Trying my hardest. But, yeah, it's just crazy when you think about things like that. So, like, we're going through a transition. So any manager that comes in, it's hard. You know, the pitch has been overly talked about. It's not in great condition. It's not. You got to probably train on it more now. I know, which is Bugsy's going to hate me saying, but to accustom yourself to it in the last couple of weeks, because you're going to be playing on it. You need points. Like, you know, the women trained on it Wednesday, and we picked up a positive result today. So, like, from where we normally train for 1 hour, which is a joke in itself, based on facilities again, it's really, really tough. So, you know, it's just, we can't get relegated. But I'm not going to be arrogant enough here to sit here and say, oh, we'll be fine. Because
who got the weekend?
VCD, big game. VCD and Hassocks, next 2 games. Big
Hassocks were 4-1 down, mate.
Yeah. But Hassocks are...
sorry, was it
3-1 down? Yeah,
3-1 came back and won 4-3.
But look, But that tells me two things: one, VCD found the shooting boots, and two, Essex are fighting for their lives.
Yeah,
Both
100%.
teams underneath us that are now the gap's closer, right? We can't go in like this is like, it sounds like pressure. This must win. We got to go and win these 2 games. Like we have to like don't care who the manager is, right? We have to win these 2 games, right? And the staff know that. They're not stupid. They're not idiots. They're not pretending that you can't close your eyes and hope that we get through the next 6 weeks or whatever it is. Yeah, 6 weeks. We've got to do the job, right?
Sorry, Bill. Just one thing I want to ask really quickly. How important is the game on the 6th of April?
Which one's that? Who we got?
Essex Hastings.
Massive.
At Essex.
Whoa.
It's massive.
I'll be there. I'm going to it. So
It's huge game.
Yeah.
You know, even if we win at the weekend, if Essex win, then we still. Do you know what I mean? It's tight. Then we got to go to Essex. We got to go to Essex to get a point, or
Yeah.
not just a point. Get 3 points really, like because this is a big football club. You know what I mean? Big football club. Yeah, sorry, Lee. It's the Friday now. Friday.
Oh, it's a Friday now. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Friday. It's a big game, but we're a big club.
You are a big club.
With all due respect to the Hassocks of the world, the Eastbourne Towns of the world, and VCDs and what have you, like we shouldn't be down there, but we are, and we're down there because of the results of this season. It's a fact, right? You can't sugarcoat it and pretend we're down there for a reason. But by God, we can't get relegated.
No.
Because if I'm looking for if I was out there looking for step 5 jobs and Hastings are in step 5, is a problem. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm never going to manage my hometown club. So it's like I just got to have faith that these players are going to do the job. You know, got to have faith. You know, like Tom Vickers has come back from injury. It was massive for us. Massive.
He looked decent. That comeback game also.
Yeah, and you know, by all accounts, he had a good game yesterday. I wasn't there. Tom from Hastings Radio can chime in if he wants, but you know, Tom Vickers overall had a good game. Apart from there was a slight mistake for the goal, but you know, one you know, we still got to put our chances away. As a football club, we've got to put our chances away. So we roll our sleeves up and we fight.
Dust
whatever
off.
it looks like.
And you go again.
Exactly
That's
that.
Right.
Yeah.
We aren't dead and buried, and we're not going to act like we're dead and buried as a football club.
No.
We're actively talking every single day. Obviously, I have a great relationship with the owners. I'm here to do what I need to do to the end of this season, and we'll do it.
Good luck, man. I want you to do it.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We have to be.
What else has been happening this weekend, then, boys?
I mean, well, you and me are at the same game, mate. So it'd be these two gentlemen down here.
Let's talk about the bottom of the table. You know, you touched on it, and Vardinians 3-0.
Yeah.
3-0.
Picked up a good win. Good win. Helps them. That's to be fair. That's really helped them.
Bombing that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked when it was up. But then Luton Common did have their goalkeeper sent off.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, Krutz got sent off. Yeah.
But so go on, Bill.
But you look at it, they are minus 36 goal difference. It's nearly half of the teams below them. And then on top of that, they're now, what are they? 4 points from Lancing, 5 from Shoreham, right? They've got themselves a little buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we said previous shows, do we see this as how it's going to finish? What do we think? Do we see it as Shoreham, Lancing, or Lancing, Shoreham, and then anyone above is safe?
Can I bring up an elephant that's in the room that we all
know
talked about on there? And I'm happy for anyone to come out and dispel the rumours. Seaford Town.
Yes.
Talk. We're hearing that your ground grading is not up to scratch.
I heard that too.
We are hearing Go on. Sorry, Mike.
And I've heard that because of that, could be relegated.
Well, it will be if it's not up to scratch.
Yeah, it's not.
So come on, someone from the club, put this.
If you're watching,
to bed, right? Will Seaford, after all that hard work, great job that they're doing there. Are they going to be back in Div 1?
It'd be terrible for the club, that would. It really would, for all the people that work so hard behind the scenes. It's
Well, they're fighting as residents, aren't they? They're fighting residents.
Yeah, it is the residents, isn't it?
You know, they want to do things, they can't do things. They couldn't put up the barriers around the pitch, they had to remove the mesh or whatever it was, I think, didn't they? Or something, because people wanted to walk their dogs and shit on the pitch.
Yeah.
It's essentially a recreation ground, isn't it? That's what it is.
Crouch.
Could play it, like, you know, I've had good times there, I've had bad times there. But I think
there's good people there, mate. Good people.
There's really good people there.
Pooley, people like that, Sarah. Really good people. I feel gutted.
But that changes things, doesn't it? Because it makes look. So I think Vardinians now, after that win, look, there's still 6 games to go, but 4 points down there is a lot because the teams around them aren't always picking up points. Now, I've heard this from the last 2 teams that Lancing have played, right? That Lancing ain't that bad. That they got their act together a little bit.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You heard that as well, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
So they got their act together. But then Shoreham, when they picked up a draw against Bexhill, all these teams are fighting for their lives. So I think we looked at it a little bit wrong last week. There's a lot of teams that got nothing to play for.
That's something I want to talk about a bit afterwards. The teams with nothing to play for, but
nothing to play for, right? So
the most dangerous ones.
Yeah. So, like, you know, Bexhill sitting 9th in the table. Yeah. Nothing really to play for. I'm sure Jay's not like tossing the season off. And I think they had a penalty late and they didn't score it right. Stu, you're probably on here still, unless the missus has told you not to be. But you know, getting a point there's pretty top. I think Lee had them down for a point away at Bexhill. I think you did last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I did, yeah.
You said it would be a loss, but you said a point, to be fair to you.
I definitely said it'd be a loss.
Yeah, and you picked up, you know, they picked up a point. But I just think, I don't know, it's tough. But if it's only one that goes down, I'll just look to the 6th of April. I think I'm going to make that trip, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, I think, is that Monday? Yeah, I think I'm going to come to that game.
It's the Monday, yeah.
I think it's a big game. I think I want to come down to that. Who we got? We got Herne Bay at home, I think. Or Ashford at home. Can I get there and get there? Yeah, I can do both. Go on, I'm going to do both. So,
you love it. You love it.
Probably break down halfway through and can't even get to my own fixture. But I think I don't like ragging on Shoreham and Lancing too much because they have been a big part of this podcast, right?
Yeah.
But I just can't see either of those teams getting above Vardinians, because Vardinians just seem to be.
There you go, Bill.
Go on.
You've got free entry, mate. You've got free entry to the Shoreham game.
Add it to the budget, son. Add it to the budget. No, I'm joking. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Oh, Giles, is that about Lancing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I just look at Vardinians and I think it's the fact that they don't lose often at the moment. You know, if you look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in the last 6 games they've lost once.
That's some form to be having.
They've lost once in 6 games.
Yeah.
That's
because I ain't been there.
They beat Forest Road. They drew against Midhurst. They lost to Eastbourne United. They drew against Wick. They drew against Roffey, and they beat Little Common. So they pick up a lot of draws.
It's points, though, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. I think I had them for a draw for Little Common, and they got 3 points down there. So It's hard. It's hard. It's hard for like. But also, I think if Ardinians stay up, because I looked at it, I thought if Ardinians go down, they have to make a management change. That's what I thought, right? I think sometimes you just need after relegation. I think sometimes you just need a fresh manager anyway, fresh energy,
fresh start, fresh.
No respect to the managers in those brackets, but sometimes you just need that fresh energy, right?
I agree.
Just do sometimes. It's just the way it is. And I thought if Ardinians go down, they'll probably have to make a change. But you know what I would do? I wouldn't, because if they stay up, I quite fancy mid-table next year. I think they've kind of got their rhythm going down there, the boys. Don't know, I just do.
Yeah, it's good point.
Well, all right then, I've got a point.
Go on.
You've got your teams in the middle of the league.
Yeah.
You've got 6 games to go. Realistically, you're only playing for your position. Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, you're not getting money out of it, are you?
No. Right? What's the mentality shift like with teams like that when it gets to this stage of the season?
Well, I think some chairmen might cut budgets. What's the point of spending money? So, say you're, I don't know, spending £400 a week, but you can't do anything anymore. You might scrimp it and make it 200. You might lose some players, lose a bit of faith for some of those lads, but you may do that because he's got nothing to play for. It's hard for Monty. You're a player, and it's hard, isn't it? When you got nothing to play for, like it is hard. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? It just is, isn't it? It's right. Okay, we got Pagham today away. Great. All right, let's turn up. Well, if we lose, we're 10th. If we win, we're 9th. All right. Okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's quite tricky. I mean, especially for us at the moment. I mean, if we win, we're 10th. If we lose, we're 10th. If we draw, we're 10th. I mean, no matter what, we're bloody 10th. Because we're what is it, 6 or 7 points back from Bexhill, and we know that we'll get enough results to finish above Forest Row.
Yeah.
So we realistically we know we're going to finish 10th. So we've got 6 games to go, and there's nothing on the line. It's quite hard to motivate a set of players to be up for Wick away on a Saturday with 2 subs plus Jack Monday on the bench.
Yeah, and I hear you're losing skipper as well, Fernandez, aren't you?
Yeah, he's going back to Portugal. So we had a good old farewell meal.
Never got a chance to get him on the pod. Monty, can you make that happen?
I'll speak. It's his final game for the club on. It's Ricardo's final game for the club on Tuesday at home to Seaford. So it'll be a nice send off. We had a nice big meal with him instead of training on Thursday.
Yeah, I saw that. Chairman went out as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Chairman paid for it, so very, very, very gracious of him. Footed the bill of, I think it was something about £1,000. So fair play to him.
Good on him.
He spent all that money and was disappointed we didn't have pudding. I mean, he was getting quite cross that nobody had any pudding. And I mean, but
that's a good thing. His boys are in shape. They don't need that jam roly-poly. You know what I mean?
You haven't seen some of our lads.
He's been a super influential player for yourself for your team. Losing him and losing your manager, you know, there's a new dawn, I think, coming at Rothfield. It's going to be interesting. Whoever goes in there, go back to that again.
Obviously, losing Ricardo, I think he's the 5th most senior player in terms of appearances at the club. In club history. I mean, you lose a player with that level of experience. It's going to hit you. I mean, on like yesterday, I was the 2nd most senior player in terms of number of appearances in the squad.
What?
On Tuesday,
how many have you made? One.
I'm just shy of 80, I think.
80?
And then on
How
Tuesday,
old are you,
I've just turned 20. And on Tuesday, away at Pagham, I was the most senior player in terms of appearances.
That's mad.
80 appearances before 20.
Mate,
That
he's going to end up being the James Milner of Southern combination, mate.
He's going to be in the 100 club next season.
Crazy.
That's insane.
Well done, mate. Well, maybe not for Roffey.
Yeah, well done.
Yemsy might be fucking getting rid of him. Do you know what I mean?
But it goes back to that mentality. It does. What Monty said.
He would have got rid of Fernandez, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Gutted for that. But it goes back to the mentality, doesn't it? You know, even Monty was saying it's hard to get motivated for those last few games. That's where some of these teams that are down the bottom, if they've got some of those mid-table teams in there, you know, they'll fancy taking some points.
Well, look, let's look at it again, right? Let's look at it again a little bit, right? I'm going to look at Lancing quickly. We're not going to go through our rigmarole what we did last time, but they've got Little Common, not really got nothing to play for, apart from a big Peter Bentley Cup final for them, which...
Oh, yeah, that is their season. That's
common. Then they got Hayward Steve, got everything to play for.
Yep.
Then they got Vardinians, who obviously are fighting for their life with Lancing down there. So that'd be a good game. Wick, probably not much to play for now. I think they're safe. Forest Row, nothing to play for. Lingfield, I think they're safe by that point.
Yeah.
And then Guernsey are in the playoffs, right? So they got a mixed bag down there. They got a mixed bag. Shoreham, again, not calling about the results, but who they've got. Stenning, everything to play for. Wick, nothing to play for. Vardinians, big game. Crawley Down Gatwick, probably nothing more to play for. Eastbourne United, again, probably nothing to play for. Lingfield, last game of the season, I doubt they'll have anything to play for. So that could go in their favour, right?
Yeah. Oh, where's he gone?
What? We've lost Bill.
I reckon he's just took a call, isn't he? He's just took a call.
It's the higher ups have cut him off.
I don't know. Joe, I think what happened there. I think someone tampered with it. I think someone's hampered. I think it might be Stuart Slaney. He's not happy.
He's cut you off.
He tried to get rid of me. He's trying to get me cancelled. I'm telling you.
Yemsy.
There's your gaffer.
There you go. He's blowing the myth away.
Jack.
But he might not be having him on the Yemsy. Let's just say that. But he does live around that area, doesn't he? Horsham. Is Roffey right next to Horsham?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never know. You never know. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think this season has been so interesting. Like, obviously, we haven't really even talked about the higher. Like, we brushed on Isthmian South East, but we should brush on Borough, by the way, quickly. But boy, mate, wherever I go, I've got good Wi-Fi. I'm not.
Yeah, I've seen that comment.
Not Lee Pen on his 3G dongle. All right, like, come on.
Hey. My Wi-Fi for the last 3 episodes has been spot on. Thank you very much.
As spot on as that nice new outfit of yours, mate. You've gone up in the words.
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Look, Jack, we will always be the way we are in this. We are controversial. We do speak our mind, but we always
That is.
people.
That is.
Do you know what I mean? And the Roffey job has been phenomenal, and I'm sure we're all looking forward to seeing how that club
what happens
effectively goes forward. Like, do you know what I mean? It's going to be exciting times. But yeah, I think like quickly we'll just finish up on the combination, but it's been interesting for like think about when we started this pod, guys. The twists and turns, the Haywards Heath, the Stenning, Haywards Heath gone.
Which isn't even sorted yet.
You know, the Haywards Heath me saying that documentary is a it could have been the moment. Stenning now sneaking in. Lingfield doing Project Lingfield, stealing my name. But they're staying up, right? You got Shoreham looking dead and buried, and now credit to the young gaffer there, picking up a few points. Will it be enough? I'm not sure. Both short and long term, but he's doing his absolute best, and credit to Stu and everyone supporting that. Lancing, they quietly slipping. Looked like they were quietly slipping into a coma, into step 6,
picking up points
a little bit. Cheers, Stu. Thanks, mate. Probably double now. Vardinians again looked awful at some point. Now catching up and getting in the vibe of it. I just think it's been fun to watch. You know, it's not been as boring as
Really
Monty, right? It's been really, really fun, and I think and I think this league is underappreciated. It really, really is. So fair play to all teams in that Prem, all 20 of you. You certainly give us enough content week after week. And Horsham, how could I forget Horsham YM? Could be the most hated, the most loved.
Why always them?
The most controversial.
Definitely the most controversial.
Exactly. Why always them? One team we haven't really spoke about much and picking up results lately and quietly sneaking in that playoff is Burgess Hill.
Yes.
With the work that's been done at the club there, the new pitch, the new fan zone area.
Yes.
Just everything.
I
don't know. I didn't see them.
They'd won like 5 on
Exactly. So they've got themselves, back up there. They had a bit of a rocky start. Good start. Then it hit a bit of a rocky bit, but now they're back up there, and you know Jay and Gary are doing great things this season with them.
Yeah, well they did. They won 5 on the bounce, which is the first time in their history that they'd won at that level.
I think playoffs is about 8. It's 8 points gap. I don't think they make the playoffs this year. But what they've definitely done, is laid a marker down for next season. In my opinion,
100%.
Laid a marker down. We obviously had the most crazy rumor that Gary was leaving. That's obviously not happening as far as we're aware.
No, not at all.
He's proper
confirmed that.
Yeah, and I think like those guys. I think those guys work hard and have a good season next year, and fair play to them. But the Isthmian Prem is unforgiving. And talking about the Isthmian Prem, we're going to have another Sussex team in that next year in Eastbourne Borough.
Go on. You reckon they're down now?
100%.
Go for it.
Gary Alexander leaves before the season's done. They sell him to Hornchurch. Probably, I found out. Yeah, it's just like, selling your best striker straight up, like when you're in a relegation fight. It's mental. But it probably just says where it is. Maybe they needed the finances. Maybe they couldn't afford to keep paying him. Maybe there's, it's expensive. Like what I'm hearing, this is what I'm hearing.
What are you hearing, Bill?
Cost about 30 grand a week.
30 bags a week?
That's what I'm hearing. Allegedly. I better be careful. I don't want to be sued. There's a lot of fans that are being banned and not allowed to be in the place, so I don't want to be sued.
Yeah.
But if 30 grand a week, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for failure, that's for sure.
It's a lot.
For spending that sort of money, you expect to be in the playoffs at least, right?
And what are you saying?
Yeah,
how are you breaking over a working year financially? So how many weeks? Match weeks?
Well, it's all full-time contracting, unless the players aren't getting paid in the summer.
Based on how many months?
Let's just say they're not. Let's just say they're not getting paid in the summer. Let's just say let's go best case scenario, right?
Go on.
38 weeks. That's £1 million a year, mate.
But how much could that turn over?
That club?
Because I know, like clubs like Worthing and that they can turn over good money.
Yeah, they can, but then you've got to think about your operational costs as well, right?
This is what I mean. What kind of
not getting
would they get Eastbourne?
Well, I don't know, right? But all I know is that they've had good financial backers, right? They have. But things are being cut left, right, and centre. Like I look at, maybe I'm blowing a little bit of the curtain here, but Eastbourne Borough women, right? Who obviously I went and managed a few years back and built that side. There's a lot of new youngsters coming through now, which is fantastic, and that's credit to Chris Day and and the JPL team for bringing those players through. But the core of that, all players who play for me, I'm sure we talked about that in the past.
Yeah,
get a bit of money. They get paid a bit. Some good players and good money. But he also had a bunch of staff. I remember playing him early in the season. He had analysis, he had assistant manager, he had welfare officer, he had a physio, he had a goalkeeping coach. He had about 9 members of staff. They've all gone. They've all been whittled away. Maybe they're not. Maybe the budget there has been cut. He seems to have a bunch of youth coaches helping him out now. The 18s manager, 13s manager, the drummer, the little drummer boy behind the goal. His dad is now helping out. So my thing is this.
Yeah.
I look at it and go, there's people that put money in. There's people that have been owners that are now removing Borough from their bios. There's big sponsors who will need a renewal this year, but they've not delivered the success on the pitch. We all know success on the pitch breeds everything else.
100%.
Going down to the Isthmian Prem, will they go in part-time? Probably. But then someone's got to be accountable for that expenditure, right? The buck has to stop on someone. It can't always be the manager, can it?
No, of course it can't. You've got to look at the higher ups as well that are wanting to put the money in and that sort of thing.
If you do look at the higher up, you get banned or blocked. You can't look at the higher ups. You're not allowed to.
Exactly.
Not allowed.
So do you think? So do you think though? Would it come down to a point where the club's sold?
You talk. I'll be back.
Okay. So my point. Would you look at it where he looks to sell it?
Well,
because it's just hemorrhaging money.
Well, without knowing the real financial.
Well, yeah.
Background to the accounts, which obviously would be publicly available, providing that. So, but I don't know. But it does seem a bit strange that everything seems to be stripped. You can strip a business of assets to stop hemorrhaging. So, look, potentially, but there'd be too big a club to be in that league, in my opinion.
Oh, God, yeah. That's a massive club to be down there, especially with the season they had last season to something that has gone dramatically wrong this season. It's
well. I'll tell you
we
one
could
thing.
be seeing.
I'll tell you one thing with that club. They started the season with officially the youngest team in the league.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. That's not saying that it's to do with the age, but that's a fact.
No.
That's a fact. So,
What did I miss, guys? What did I miss?
No, I was saying that Eastbourne Borough started the league with officially the youngest team, average age of team at the beginning of the season.
Because they were just getting all the cast-offs from the academies.
Yeah.
It just don't work. If you know football, you can't do that in National League South. You can't do it.
It went wrong.
How many of these young lads are coming out of places like Arsenal and stuff like that, and they just don't ever be seen again because it's too pretty football. You're looked after a certain way. You fall out of that, and you find it really hard to get back into it. You do, but then
you fall into the abyss, really, don't you?
Yeah, and even like some of the lads that are like at Gills and a few other places like that, they end up plying their trade at step 4, step 5. Some of them. It's just the way it works. Because you're in an academy, because you're at Arsenal, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be the best player in the world, right? We all have our trajectories. Sometimes your trajectory is really high as a youngster, and then as you get to a certain age, it goes like that, falls off. Sometimes your trajectory is you're a little bit bouncy, and you then do well at the Isthmian League level, nick a move to National League, then nick a move again, like a Jamie Vardy, and your trajectory is like that, right? It's just a footballer. It goes like that, or goes like that, or it goes like that. And just the way it is. That's going to sound really weird on a podcast, by the way, but
Yeah,
You know,
like that. And like that.
like that. It's like that. It's like that.
It's like
But
that.
I just think the model's wrong, completely wrong. And I think
Clubs do free fall. Yeah,
just don't make sense
could
to me.
happen.
It just doesn't make sense. But sometimes we're sold something, aren't we? Like some people will be able to sell themselves something that they can't actually deliver or do. And I think that's probably what's happened at Borough.
Yeah. But
that's not for want of trying or money, by the way, because there's been a hell of a lot of money spent there.
Oh god, yeah. Just before I let you gentlemen go on to anything else, as my time is coming up, I need to go and just before I go to bed, I need to go and plan my world domination for new villain. But also I need to go and deliver some milk tray. So
that was Polly. that was Mark Curran that sent that picture.
Doesn't surprise me.
Manager. Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. But gentlemen, again, it's been another great show. So I'm going to say my goodbyes now before I am cut.
Well, as always, Lee, it has been a pleasure. Sorry, the yesterday's was a bit different to what you used to. But
it was, mate, but it was enjoyable. So, you know, it was good. It was a good laugh. It was really good.
No, that's good. No, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it, mate. I enjoyed it. But
Yeah.
Wicked. Monty, any last requests?
Nope, nothing from me.
As always, silent assassin.
Right. What we got?
Well, I'd like to know if anyone else has got anything. Come on, there's a lot of people listening, people that disagree. Put us on a hotspot for 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, go on.
Must be someone. Come on. And if not, we're going home. And we're going to go home early for once. We're going to be in bed by 10 with Lee Penn. Not actually in bed with Lee, but we'll be in bed by 10.
Oh, what was the shock result of yesterday?
Don't know. Sure, I'm getting. No, I'm joking. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some shockers. What about Seaford going to Forest Row winning 6-1?
I didn't even see that happen.
6-1. Oh, 6. It's got to be 6-1. That's a mad
result for the
away from home.
That is. I didn't even say that, mate. And the more I look at this dark hair, mate, the more it's gone horribly wrong.
Have we had anything? Have anyone want to ask anything or not? Or has it just gone dead?
Your next job, Billy.
Who's asked that?
Stuart.
He's the chairman. He should know. No, I'm joking. I don't know. Like I'm at Hastings, doing what I'm doing now. I've said that at some point I probably will want to get back in, as Mike says it, in the dugout, always in the dugout. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I just think if something come up and it was the right kind of I'm not going on one of those. Tom, I ain't got time for that. You know, I'm a busy man. Going on a refs course.
Who is going up from the Isthmian South East with 3 bridges?
With 3 bridges.
With 3 bridges. 3 bridges going up. Krellin's done an incredible job out there, mate, and his team.
Whiteleaf. Yeah. Whiteleaf has to be. I think they've got so much firepower. In competitive football, they just seem to be blowing teams away.
Yeah, good shout. Good shout.
Just think about it, though. If, like, imagine. No, I'm not saying that I don't want to imagine it because it's like it would be hell for me. But if I say East Grinstead and Hastings go down, and they're the ones that replace. Mate, what does that mean for the mate? I'll tell you what that does for the. By the way, it does for the Prem. We're not going. Oh gosh, I shouldn't even saying this. But if we go down, everyone's gates triple.
What? Because Hastings are in sound.
Yeah, because Hastings will take 100 and 150 people to every game. So if you get 60 people turn up, you're going to shit your pants. Hastings turn up.
Love that.
But we ain't coming down, so we don't need to worry about that. But if that happens, I'm just telling everyone to get an extra couple of stewards in. Not because we're trouble, but because, and a few more kegs behind the bar. Because we're
do more burgers, mate.
And burgers, beer. Don't ban the drum. And we'll have fun.
Should free the drum. I think free the drum.
Free the drum. Hashtag free the drum. Do you
right,
actually
guys.
think, no, one thing I want to quickly talk about.
Go on.
Quickly, Mike. Like, we talk about relegation and stuff. How many teams have been relegated from step 4 to step 6 consecutively? What teams did that happen to? Did it happen to Shoreham? Did they get into Isthmian Prem, get relegated, and get relegated the year after? Sure. I got that. Because if this happens, I just wonder if it's Lance, if Lancing would be the first, if it happens to him.
I can't think of any in recent memory.
Well, Stu will know because he was probably the chairman.
I don't know. I'd have to have a look at that.
Clubs that have been relegated from step 4 football in Sussex and then relegated the following year to step 6. Here we go.
Oh, you're writing an essay out.
No, it doesn't say.
I can't find anything.
No, you didn't. Horsham YMCA got relegated to replayed at step 4, returned to Sussex leagues, but not via consecutive relegations. Crawley Down Gatwick, I don't know what it says here.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Eastbourne Town, no, they didn't go back down. Someone must have. Might not have been consecutive, but maybe it's the first.
Possibly. One final thing from me.
Go on.
Littlehampton.
Oh,
No goals. Couple of points off safety.
yeah, it looks bleak down there, doesn't it?
Richan, absolute top guy.
What about Goodham in town? They're an Isthmian League side.
Yeah, they were. I remember. Yeah. Well, I don't remember it. I don't remember it. I remember reading it.
I can imagine you do a lot of reading, Monty, in your
Only about football.
Stately mansion with Jeeves.
No, they got relegated in 2016 to 17 and got relegated in 2021. To step 6.
Yeah, well, to put it to that, it is.
Yeah, but they definitely did, like, not directly, but yeah, it's a good shout.
Yeah.
But go on,
Well,
sorry, Mike, go on.
I think we'll bring it to an end. Excellent numbers again. Some hot topics brought out today. Big respect to Mo for coming on as well.
Big up, Mo.
Yeah, I mean, he was quality. Big respect to Jack from what he's done at his club at Roffey there. And we were honest, but once again, guys, top numbers. Thanks for everyone supporting. Go and download the app at www.dugout-ai.com. Get your stats on there. William?
Hold on.
Go on.
Pull up Mo's little comment. I say little, it's a good comment then. I stand corrected. They did. So,
Wow.
So Aaron Hopkinson, Hoppo, my old manager from Eastbourne United, and Mo were right. And ChatGPT is fucking wrong.
You can't always trust the AI.
Can't trust it, mate. Can't trust that thing.
So yeah, everyone who's been involved in the show, thank you ever so much tonight. And Lee, he's obviously already in bed by now.
Sleeping.
Monty,
He's rolling it.
thank you for giving the insight into your club after a day where you found out your manager is leaving you, and you might not be picked ever again, maybe.
In
Might
Yems,
be
we
in the
trust.
lookout for a new club. Get me down in step 83.
You can join me. Join me on the journey, mate. Project FC.
And finally, then, Monty, who you got the weekend?
We are at Lingfield on Saturday.
Oh, Rich Williams. And Bill, you got the big one, haven't you?
Big game. VCD at home. Big game.
And get the 3 points, lads.
We are.
We'll try.
Right, everyone. Signing off. Thanks to everyone for watching again. IBB10 show. Sunday, 8 till at least 10. But Lee will be in bed by then. Everyone, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye.
But